Hey, what is up guys, it's your boy Crimson Red. Long time no here or whatever. I'm sorry if I do still sound a little bad. I'm gonna catch you guys up to speed. I've been sick for like 2 weeks now, but I'm just starting to feel better. I feel a hell of a lot better than before, but my voice, I've been coughing a lot, so I think my throat just needs to get healed back up. But to all my eggplants out there, I hope you guys stayed girthy for my return. But today we're going to be talking about, is Modern Warfare good or bad, okay? And honestly, I'm going to talk about each mode in the game, and then I'm going to give like my overall score. So of course, let's start with campaign. Now of course, spoiler alert, because I'm going to bring up certain things in the campaign to kind of make as reference. And you know, they might not have like the greatest impact onto the story, but I also don't want to spoil it for you guys. So the campaign is pretty much just a prequel to Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. It pretty much just shows like what happened beforehand, just like a cute little story about some, like, if you want to hear some background story on, like, let's say Price and stuff like that. So you're still fighting Russians, yada yada yada. There's good Russians, there's bad Russians. And now breaking down the campaign, let's start with story. First, the story is actually pretty damn good. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10 for story. It doesn't shoot out a 10 out of 10 story because it's just a prequel. So we pretty much know everything that's going to happen, number one. But number two, there wasn't really much they could talk about or do because, like, towards the end, and here's the spoiler alert, Captain Price talks about making 141. So, you know, you pretty much know that 141's gonna happen, and, you know, all the other different stuff. And then, I can't think of his name, but the guy in COD 4 Modern Warfare, the one that you shoot his arm off, you actually kill his father in this game, and then that's why, you know, everything's starting to happen. So, I mean, I guess it does start off that, like, why is Modern Warfare actually happening? But when it comes to, like, you know, something new, it was kind of just like, okay, we kind of know what the story is and stuff like that, so it's just a prequel. But please don't make it sound like I'm, you know, crushing this story down. I didn't want it to stop, to be honest. When I saw that he was starting the 141 and then there was cutscene after cutscene and we killed the bad guy, I was just like, oh my god, please no. Please don't tell me this campaign's about to end. I literally loved it so much. And actually, towards the end, it tells you about how there's more missions in the Spec Ops. So that was pretty interesting. But let's talk about graphics. So graphics, at least for the campaign, absolutely out of the fucking park. So you have graphics when there's cutscenes, and then graphics in the game wise. Graphics on the cutscene look like I was watching a, you know, one of those like live action Disney CGIs. Absolutely amazing. It looked too real. Now, I was playing on my TV when I was doing the campaign, and then on my monitor when I was playing multiplayer. I wanted to finish the campaign though before I played multiplayer, so I hooked it up to my monitor, and that's where it even blew me, you know, even further. The expectations were absolutely met and everything for graphics, and then even in-game graphics were really good. There was a lot of visual effects and different things that happened, and it really just made me go, wow, they did really good on this. Now, stepping into the whole controversial side, there was a lot. But I don't know if it's just because, you know, I'm a nostalgia head or what, but I don't think anything in this game was to the point of no Russian, but that's just me. No Russian was, you know, really iconic and kind of shocking for the time. I mean, there was a point where some guy had a bomb on his chest, and then you had to flip him over because you couldn't get him off. So hey, he died, but you also saved like other civilians around you, so that was pretty controversial. You brought out some guy's family to interrogate him. That was pretty controversial. So yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of different stuff where it was kind of just like, yeah, they kept their promise that this game's gonna be fucked, and I really like that. I was kind of glad. It actually made me kind of like there's times where I also jumped as well, because the thing is that you're going into different houses. Now I'm talking about the mission that the game testers got to play, and they're just like, oh my god, this game is too violent for me. But I played the house mission, and at first they're kind of just like, oh, the people are right there, so you just kind of open the door and you shoot them. But there would be people with like shotguns in bathrooms, so like you have to like slowly open the door. But like I accidentally like opened the door wide and I got shotgun. Made me jump out of my chair. So it really made you play tactical, and it really made you feel like, you know, it felt serious. It felt like you were in the moment, and honestly that felt great. But yeah, overall I would give the campaign an 8 out of 10. It brought back it's probably one of the best campaigns that I played since World War II, which World War II had, you know, tear-jerking moments, really intense gameplay, and amazing graphics as well. So honestly, that's probably why I liked it so damn much. And also, like I said, it kind of brought some nostalgia back towards the end, because it talked about Price creating the 141. So that was pretty nice to see. And then afterwards, they pretty much talk about how more missions continue on Spec Ops. So that's what we're going to get to next, Spec Ops. Now, when it comes to Spec Ops, I can't really say much because I actually haven't tried it yet. But from what I've heard from other people, it's one of the hardest things they've ever played. A lot harder than any of the other Spec Ops, and you definitely need people to play with. There's a lot of different missions. I want to say there's like 12, I believe. So I mean, if you guys, you know, get sick of multiplayer and stuff like that, and you have a bunch of friends, definitely try out Spec Ops, because you're definitely going to be in for a challenge. I'm not going to give it a rating because, like I said, I actually haven't even played it. But let's get into multiplayer, which I have a lot of experience with and also a lot of criticism. Now, I can't be the only YouTuber to say this. You probably heard it from thousands of other YouTubers if you watch Modern Warfare gameplay or content. The game, for multiplayer wise, is not loved by a lot of people. I'm going to get into why and what I think about it. Honestly, the game itself is very campy. Think Call of Duty Ghost. And when I say that, a lot of people probably, you know, got goosebumps. They probably, you know, shrunk their face like, ooh, you know. It's not a good thing to compare, you know, probably one of the worst games of its time. But if I am being fair, that's pretty much how it feels. Most free-for-all games don't get finished. Most TDM games almost reach time limit. There's just so many instances where it seems like everyone is just camping. I would say Search and Destroy is unplayable, but actually Search and Destroy is pretty playable. I think it's the only game mode like Cyber Attack and Search and Destroy that actually makes sense on this game, because, you know, you're supposed to camp on Search and Destroy and, you know, play tactical. But on TDM, I don't want to feel like I'm playing a, you know, Search and Destroy but with respawns on. You know, people want to rush in Call of Duty games because it's an arcade shooter, but if you do that, you get penalized because so many people are camping. There's so many claymores, corner campers, all that different kind of stuff. So the meta right now, or the thing that's happening right now, is everyone's just camping. Now, another huge complaint that I really have, and it's because I'm the type of guy that likes to use a variety of different guns. There's always that one or, you know, two guns that in each class just absolutely shine, and that's fine. If we're gonna look back at like Modern Warfare 3, it was the ACR. If we're looking at Black Ops 2, it was the AN-94. But I was still able to use, personally me, I was still able to use all the different guns. Like if we're talking Modern Warfare 3, I was still able to use the M4. I was still able to use the Type 95. I was still able to use the CM901, I was still able to use the FAD. Black Ops 2, I was still able to use the SCAR, the MTAR, the SMR, the FAL. Like, I was able to use any gun that I wanted, even though that it might have not been the best, okay? Like, say, the Chi-Com from Black Ops 2. That gun, but we still tried to use it to make it good and stuff like that. In this game, in Modern Warfare, if you aren't using the M4 or the Kilo, you're at a disadvantage. Or if you have like the greatest shot in the world and you can use the FR, then there you go. But SMGs, they're all pretty much worthless except for like the MP7, but you still need to be at close range. But I tried to use the PP Bison yesterday because, hey, I unlocked it. I could not get a single kill with that gun until people's backs were pretty much turned to me. I was in gunfights, close range mind you, with an SMG, and I was getting outbeat by an M4 and stuff like that. Now, in the description it says that the Bison is faster than the M4 and the Kilo. Bullshit, there's no way in hell it is. But honestly, gun variety and stuff like that in this game, it's non-existent. People know that the M4 is fast, it's powerful, it's reliable, so why use anything else? And it sucks because like there's no way to use other guns, especially SMGs and even shotguns, you know, stuff like that, unless you're super close range and the enemy misses a bunch of their shots. Because like, let's say you and this other guy are really good at fighting, you guys hit all your shots. If he has an M4 and you have like a P90 or a Bison or an AUG or, you know, an MP5, you're dead. The M4 is going to beat everybody at every single range, and it's insane how it does it too. So in my personal opinion, it might need some gun balance. One other thing that a lot of people are mad about is dead silence not being a perk. And now I get it, because not only did, now I already said this game is very campy, it's very tactical. So now imagine camping in corners, all that other stuff, and then you have a good headset. All you gotta do is listen. You're camping in your corner, and then all you hear is, you know, loud ass footsteps. Boom, that's it, you know. And since you can only have dead silence on at sometimes, which even people are saying that it doesn't even work properly, then, you know, you can't always be hidden and stuff like that, and it really sucks. But another big thing is that usually Call of Duty maps are 3 lanes, but in this game it seems like there's like, you know, 4 to 5 lanes, and then there's like windows everywhere and little cracks and all this other different stuff. So it's random, but you know, I don't know. This game, for multiplayer wise, I don't like it when it comes to like any other game mode than S&D and cyber attack. It's really good for those game modes. But like I'll be playing domination and time limit will run out because nobody wants to cap an objective. You know, B flag, it's not even getting any love. It hasn't been captured the whole fucking game. So honestly, you know, with this game, they need to do something where it's kind of just like you're able to rush more, because if you move, if you rush, you're always going to be, you know, penalized. I saw a video yesterday of some guy trying to cross a street, and he had 3 people on him. 3 people camping in windows, corners, all that other different kind of stuff. You can't rush, and it really sucks. And the other thing is too, it doesn't make gameplays interesting. I mean, like right now I got Search and Destroy in the background, and that's how it's supposed to be played, okay? That makes sense. But like, if I'm out here trying to show you guys a domination game, you guys don't want me just sitting at A flag and, you know, moving from left to right, trying to, you know, get kills and stuff like that. You know, you guys want to see me run around and stuff like that. But you sadly just can't do that in this game. You either, you know, sit in one spot, or you have to spawn trap the other team so that they can't get out. And honestly, that's not a game that I'm gonna have fun playing. The only other game besides like Search and Destroy and Cyber Attack I would recommend is Ground War. That's probably the only other game mode that I can rush around in. But yeah. So honestly, multiplayer, I gave it a 5 out of 10. I would talk about, you know, multiplayer as a whole, and, you know, is it good or bad? But I swear to God, that deserves like a goddamn live stream or something, or like, you know, a 30-minute video, because like this game's fun and all, but gameplay wise and just it being a Call of Duty game, it doesn't feel like one. It doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game. But anyways, guys, yeah, nah, tell me how you guys feel in the comments below. And honestly, if you guys can show me, okay, tweet me on Twitter or whatever. If you can get a positive game with the PB Bison, send it to me. Because honestly, like I said, I tried to use that gun, and I was getting my ass whooped. I don't know if I need some certain attachments or what's up, but it just wasn't it. But anyways, guys, I'm Crimson Red. This has been Modern Warfare, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.